Okay guys, and welcome back to the channel. So what the hell is this? This is a Ford Fusion battery, one half of a Ford Fusion hybrid battery that was removed from a Ford Fusion hybrid car. And I kept half and I sold the other half because I turned the other half into what's known as an audio battery. So what you have to do is you have to configure the wiring for it to go from 140 volts that it was designed to operate as half the system, which would be a total of 280 volts. And you have to take that 140 volts and get that down to about 14.8 volts so that you could use this in a car. Okay, so there's 36 cells here, and it's supposed to be 38, but when you take it apart, it's really hard to get those other two cells back in, but that's fine because you really only need the 36 to begin with. All right, so what you see here is on the negatives, I have 9 of these battery cells in a row. And on the positives, I have another 9. And on the negatives, I have another 9. And on the positive, the final 9. So that would be 9, 18, 27, 36. And what you do is you wire them all in parallel, like I did here with the copper wire. And here, you join the 9 negative cells and the 9 positive cells together, right here on this mark. And here, you would join the 9 cells together here at this mark. And here is a clear separation. There's nothing here joining these two at all. Those are clearly separated. And here, those cells get connected again right there. So you would take it apart, you would reconfigure it to put 9 cells in the same direction all the way throughout until you have all 36 cells used. And then you would wire it together with the, I used the copper wire. You could use whatever you wanted to use to form a bridge for them. You could also order bus bars from online for this, but I figured that would be really crazy when you could spend about 90 cents in copper and do it with copper. All right, so let's see what it can do now that it's been built. So if you watch my channel enough, then you know that I decide that a good power station or a good battery is one that's capable of being able to make me a cup of coffee. So let's see if this has that capability. See 4 connectors on there, and our power wire going to our inverter on there. And we're gonna screw this down so it's nice and tight. Okay, let's snug it. And let's do the same for the other side. Might get a small spark here. It's common. Okay. Okay, let's snug it. Nice. Let's connect our solar charge controller. Okay. Let's get our coffee maker right. And plugged in. And let's see, can we make ourselves a cup of coffee off of this Ford Fusion hybrid battery that we've repurposed and now made into a solar storage battery. Let's give it a shot. Let's remove our old pod, get a new pod in there. And let's see what we got. Wow, guys, she's brewing. She is brewing. I'm pleased to announce our Ford Fusion battery can actually power a 1300 watt coffee maker with the right inverter. So this battery is equivalent to about 45 amp hours because of the way that it's set up. And not bad. This is not bad at all. This would be the equivalent of having basically a 50 amp hour 12 volt battery, but with just a little bit more juice, a little bit more power, because it settles and balances itself around 15 volts. Nice. And let's see what we got on our meters to show us how much of this is being used. And oh, that's nice. It says our battery's still at 14.8 volts. And our coffee's pretty much done. So now we're going back up to 15 volts, which is about right. So yes, it made the coffee and passed our test with flying colors. All right, so I'm here just to do a more thorough breakdown of how it is that this actually works, because you guys probably have access or know where to get a lot of EV batteries from, hybrid batteries, and they can all be rewired to be able to do this, to be able to perform 14.8 or maybe less or maybe a little more, but they can be reconfigured to be used as a solar battery. So what is this? Well, this is essentially this. It is a 3.7 volt cell, and it's lithium. And if you combine 4 of these, you'll get 12.8 volts. Or in this case, because it's so high, you'll get actually 14.8 volts. So this is essentially this. And this is a 12 volt battery. In this case, it's a 14.8 volt battery, same as this is. So this right here is basically 9 of these. And these are, again, the 3.7 volt cells hooked together in series. So we have positive going to negative, and then here we have positive going to negative, and then here we have positive going to negative, and here's our outputs right here, which will give us the 12 volts. Now, although it's a 12 volt battery, it's only 5 amp hours, so it's not like it could power anything for a very long time, whereas this is 45 amp hours, making this 9 of these. So this has 9 times the power that this pack has. And let's see. Let's connect a battery up to an inverter. Okay, and let's include a fan to see if this 5 amp hour battery that we built can actually power a fan. Okay, the inverter's on, that's always a good thing. Hey, look at that. I would say it powered the fan with no problem. And it's reading 14.5 volts, and that's from the small battery. So imagine what a battery with 9 times this power and capability could do, which is what we're looking at here. So if you ever see like a Ford Fusion battery, this battery also comes in a few other cars too. You'd have to look it up. But if you ever have access to these batteries, the best idea, especially if you can get it for really cheap, is to just go ahead and buy it and keep it. I would do a test on this right now, but as you can probably hear, the fan and the inverter and everything was just too loud. But I'm going to do a test on this and I'm going to record it. But right now is not the time. So we know that this is essentially this times 4, which gives us this, which is essentially this times 9. So for people who have a better understanding of, maybe this pack. Okay, this would be the same, but because this is 100 amp hour as opposed to this being a 5 amp hour, this is 20 times the capacity of this. But they are indeed the same thing. Different capacity, different size. So the same way this can become this, which can become this, this can become this, which is also going to be 12.8 volts, and each one of these cells is going to be 3.2 as opposed to 3.7, but they will come out to 12.8 at 3.2 apiece, and essentially it's the same thing. This and this is exactly the same as this and this. This is just, multiply here by 9. So you have 9 of these packs inside of here. And that's it. That's how it works. So if you guys know about any EV batteries, or you want me to make a video about this, just wiring this up so you can see like how it's done and you won't have to be nervous when you do it, let me know and I'll tear this one apart and redo it and show you guys how it was built. And till next time, take care. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I desperately need subscribers.